Coronavirus infections in Latin America's largest country are skyrocketing. And this week saw Brazil's deadliest day yet, with 881 deaths, taking the total to over 12,000. In the capital, Brasilia, dozens of nurses gathered to pay tribute to many of their own colleagues who've also died from the virus. Yet, the president, Jair Bolsonaro, known as the Trump of the tropics, consistently plays down the threat. He's even called it a little flu. And he regularly flouts social distancing guidelines. Like many world leaders, Bolsonaro is desperate to get his crashing economy humming again. He's urging businesses to reopen across the country, while governors scramble to slow the spread of the disease in their states. After sparring publicly with his health minister, Luiz Henrique Mandetta, over Brazil's coronavirus strategy, President Bolsonaro fired him in April. Mandetta is a doctor, but he's been a lawmaker since 2010, and he's a member of the president's administration, or he has been since his election in 2018. And he's joining me now from Brasilia. Welcome to the program, Mr. Mandetta. Let me just ask you, I talked about the deadliest day yet. That was yesterday, Tuesday. What does that say to you about Brazil's strategy? And on a level, you know, from 0 to 10, how worried are you about the country's ability to contain this infection?
Well, Christiana, first of all, thank you for having me in your program. The numbers say for themselves. You know, we've been going up and up, the number of dead people. We are probably this week or in the beginning of next week will be over 1,000 deaths a day. Big cities are now being involved. So it all started from the north parts of Brazil, in Manaus, which is the capital of the Amazon state, and it's not a crowded state. In São Paulo, where things started by the private sector, now is coming to the social determinants of health from São Paulo, which are slums, and Rio de Janeiro really worries me a lot. So I think that we are just on the beginning of the hardest part that we are going to pass through. From 0 to 10, I would be worried like 10.
Okay, well, that's not very, you know, heartwarming, especially when you consider that, like many other world leaders, President Bolsonaro wants to restart the economy. So I just want to first get to why he fired you. He calls it a consensual divorce, so to speak. He praised the work you'd done, but it appears that there was a difference of methodology. He wanted to get the economy going, and I think you thought that you can't do that until you get the health crisis stabilized. What was it, and was it friendly? I mean, are you pleased with the way he's still conducting this crisis?
No, I could say that it was friendly because he was elected to take care of the country, and I was nominated by him. But the reasons that took it to this point of, I mean, absolutely different opinions about the same situation, it was obviously something that I could not handle, with him saying to people to go back to job, walk around and don't keep distance, saying that it was a simple flu. And we were on the Minister of Health with all the academy, with all the governors and mayors and people from the universities, and talking with people all over the world, saying that people would have to stay home, to stay safe, to take care of the elderly people. We were clearly in opposite sides. So once these differences were public, I think that, I mean, he did what he decided that he should do, but history will tell who was right and who was wrong. I think that the numbers talk by themselves. So we are more than 12,000 cases. They thought that wouldn't be more than 1,000. And I think that we are going to be way over this. I think that Brazil can become one of the highest number of cases in the world.